We'll start with the Partridge Sprite, wet competition, size 12, barbless, and on that we've got a 3.2mm slotted tungsten bead. This is a heavy pattern, and we need a short length of lead wire. For this we'll use an easy hackle clip, and we'll just hold the end in there whilst we make a few wraps up to towards the bead, like that. That should be enough. Break that off, remove that, and we can just hold that into position while we tidy up the end of that lead wire and push it all nicely tight into the bead. Then I've got sheer 40-0 bright red, and we'll come behind the lead wire and we'll just put a stopper in there. Remove that just to keep the lead wire in position. Spin our thread anti-clockwise to give it a flat profile, and then we'll just go over the lead wire, secure it a little further and back to there. Then we need a Coq de Leon, and we just want a few fibres of this, so we'll level up the tips, pull those off. Don't want a long tail, that will do me there. So we'll just hold that in position 45 degrees, and we'll make a couple of turns just to secure it. Check the tail, that's good. Now hold the fibres on top of the hook shank. That's perfect. And we can go back up, remembering to control your thread all the time. Go back up to there, and then we can remove the surplus. Then I've got a short length of bright fine silver wire. Just take a little bit of it over the lead wire and give it better purchase, and then we'll go back to the tail base, to there, hang that wire out the way, and we'll just even up that transitional area on the abdomen like so. I've got a little bunch of pheasant tail fibres which we'll just tack in there, secure it with a couple of turns, and then we'll just go over the ends like that, and then we can go back to the very tail base and then back up over the abdomen and forward. Get the thread out of the way, make a few turns of thread there because it'll unwind as we pull that down, and we'll wrap our, I like to keep the pheasant tail fibres parallel as possible. This gives a much nicer body effect. And you just wrap our fibres forward, maybe get one more turn in there like that, and then what I can do is I can just hold that in position with my thumb while I lock it off like that, and we can turn that around, secure them correctly, come in with our scissors again, trim these off close. That's good. And we can take our silver wire. Now we want to counter wrap this to give the body a little bit more strength. So just take your time, keep the wraps nice and even over the pheasant tail. Like so, that's absolutely perfect. And what we'll do, not to push the wire out the way, cross the wire once, lock off your tine thread like that, and then we can come back, lock off the wire, and then keeping tension on your tine thread, just remove that with friction and come back to there. Now we can go forward, flatten our tine thread again. I just want to do the basic hot spot collar, build it up a little like that, and then we'll go back to here. We've got eye stub, hot pink. Don't need much of this, but we want to wrap this into a very tight noodle. We don't want it sticking out everywhere, we want this very neat. I prefer it this way, and we'll just put this, I'll trim off if there's any stragglers afterwards, I'll trim them off. Just tighten my bobbin up. So we'll just come in there with a single turn, and then I can tighten up even more. So I'll hold that in position, and I'll come around. It's looking good, and then we can go back forward. Just check it from all the angles, that's good. Just want to trim these off. I like it nice and neat. Of course you don't have to, I don't think the fish would care, but it's my style. There we go, and then we can come forward again. We don't want to get any varnish on the eye stub collar, so what I do is just apply a little bit of varnish to the tine thread like that, and then we'll make a few wraps. Whip finish close into the bead. Give it one more, just to build up that red, like so. Then we'll remove that. Turn your fly that way. We want to varnish this head now, give it real, make it a lot more robust. So we take a drop of varnish and we go right on the hook eye, like that, and you see it disappear in under the bead, like that. Maybe one more. You want to fill that bead up with varnish. There we are, that's perfect. This will make it a real solid fly. And then we'll come in with a surplus hackle and just pull that through to clean out the eye. And that's the finished Frenchie. If you enjoy the videos, please like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.